Hello students, I am Rupali Bangare, Assistant Professor, ISMR MC Department, Nigdi, Pune.
Today, we are going to learn about static keyword in Java. This static keyword can come with your variable. Static can be your method. Your class can also be the static. And of course, like initialization block, we can have the static block too. Now let's see how the static keyword is being applied to the variable and how it is being stored into the memory. Let's assume we have created a class where we have declared one static variable and we have created one separate class xStatic where we have called two separate objects, created two separate objects of the same class static demo. Now we try to print the a variable from both the objects respectively and we try to increment a with the S1 rather than one first object. Now just observe the output of the same. So in this situation, can we observe that whether you have created the object S1 and S2, two separate objects are there, still your A is having the same value irrelevant of your objects, isn't it? But we have incremented only A variable from the first object. Now what has happened? Because your static keyword creates the single copy of this A variable for this static demo class. How many number of objects you are creating, it doesn't matter. Your A value will remain same. Your A value will persist for this particular class. So whenever you have created or incremented the A variable from the S1 instance, still it has changed the value of your A variable from the global scope. Now how it has been happened? Just check from your memory diagram. Just assume you have this static A variable from the static demo class and here you have separately created the object S1 and S2 like this. This S1 and S2 have been created in your heap area. But remember, both the objects are created separately in the heap area, but still both of them are having the same memory location where the static keyword is being stored. So even if you are changing the value with the S1, still it will be reflected for S2. That's how we saw the A variable which is being incremented from the S1 object is still reflecting the value to the S2 object too. So this is how your class member can be used or uh, can be used itself without referencing to a specific instance. As we saw, the same thing is being applied with the method also. So how you are going to call a particular static method? Now just observe the code part. Whenever you have created this call me as a static method, it doesn't matter or it doesn't wait for object creation. This static method can be called with the static the static method can be called with the use of your class name. So this is how you can call the class name dot member name. Similarly, you can have the static block also. So static block can be created only by naming that block as a static one. Now how it is being executed? So initially you will be navigated to the main method. But before main method, this static block will be executed. So in this particular situation, your output will be static block initialized and then your B will be incrementing the value and that's how if you call this method, here you will be getting the output as x equals to your 42, then A equals to 3 as it is, but B will be changing because that initialization has been happened priorly through your static block. Okay, so here B value will be printed as 12. So this is how your static keyword will be applied to the class. This is how your static keyword can be applied to the variable, to the method, and to the block. And of course, you can have the static class too. How this class can be static? If you put this class as a static one, it will not be executed. You cannot apply static keyword to the class directly. Then how we can say the class can be static? Yes, of course, this class can be static only if it is the inner class. So if you create a class in class and this class can be the static one because this is an inner class. Now it is allowed. So this is how you can have the static inner class. How it is being executed, how it is being instantiated, all these kind of things we will discuss in the nested class concept. We will have our next session based on the same. Stay tuned for the next session. Thank you.